Finally! Dandadan Episode 1 has come out on Netflix. I'd been avoiding all of the anime leaks because I wanted to make sure to give this series my full support, and I am so glad it's finally here. Dandadan is one of, if not my favorite ongoing shonen manga, so for me, this was a borderline religious experience. So I'm here to give my thoughts on Episode 1 and hopefully get it out there before Episode 2 releases. Welcome, friends. I'm Merlin with a Y, a certain famous wizard's less talented but more attractive cousin, and I'm going to try to induct you into the cult that is my obsession with this series. Starting things off with the incredible banger that is the OP, Creepy Nuts has done it again. First it was the Masho OP that had everyone on the internet dancing along, and then they somehow managed to top it with this one. They somehow managed to capture the weirdness of the series in a song, made it an actual banger, then paired it with trippy visuals to take it to another level. Like, god damn! I feel like I'm on drugs when I watch this, which is exactly how I feel when I read the manga. The way it goes through different types of animation so fast you don't want to blink, the incredibly detailed shots that switch to smooth basic outlines of the creatures and characters, looking almost like paper cutouts that move, the Serpo multiplying and dancing to the beat with those soulless eyes, Momo's TikTok dance with Okarun and Gigi dancing in the background, and the characters' facial expressions, every part of this is pure art. I'm definitely gonna download and listen to this until it makes me sick. The ED is an upbeat bop that's noticeably more down to earth than the OP, yet still has a more chill weirdness to it, as you can tell by the lucky cat messing around and ending on it scratching a giant golden testicle. Seeing the series' mascot character just having a good time chilling with a cat is so wholesome, and while not as bombastic as the OP, it's able to be chill in a distinctively Dandadan way. While I prefer the opening, Zutomayo definitely made the ED a worthy contender. I'd love to talk more about the OP and ED, but I don't think I even have the vocabulary to describe everything I love about them. So I'm gonna move on. Instead of giving a recap or summary of the episode, I'm gonna give my thoughts on what I liked about the episode and the adaptation as a whole. I would also talk about what I didn't like, but there wasn't anything, so instead I'm gonna spend the whole video glazing the series. Off the bat, the way the animation shows the characters' emotions are almost flawless. Yukinobu Tatsu excels in creating dynamic poses and facial expressions, and the anime incorporates it into movement perfectly. Momo's dejected walking and her over-exaggerated reaction to breaking up with this dumb fuck, Okarun's, or Ken's, awkward energy in the way he both info dumps onto Momo and casually dismisses her belief in ghosts, they both feel completely real in a way that matches each character. Not only that, but even though it changes to better fit the medium of anime over manga, it keeps to the story's weird style and comedy. The characters going back and forth in such an exaggerated way is as entertaining as ever, if not more so. Compared to the manga where the argument was more or less there to set up the story and show some character quirks, here it was given the space to do more. The way the music cuts out when Momo insults Okarun, and the silence as she realizes she went too far. Rather than moving on, we're given more time to stew in the moment, to actually feel how much that insult hurt him, without ever seeing his face or hearing his voice. The argument between Okarun and Momo was fun and better fit the quirky style of the characters. Momo knowing she went too far insulting him and apologizing, just for it to immediately cut to Okarun laughing his ass off, sparking an argument between them, was way more dynamic and funny. The scene actually made me laugh, though a big part of that was just Momo's faces. The characters' chemistry is clear to see in every scene between them. It feels like they both bring out another side of each other, despite knowing each other for less than a day. I actually believe it when Momo starts telling him her backstory instead of feeling like it was just there for exposition. Beyond our two main characters, the background and composition of each shot feels both dynamic and beautiful. Both the haunted tunnel and the alien hospital feel bone-chillingly creepy. You could offer me $1,000 and I would not step anywhere close to there. And if you know me, then you know there's a lot I'd do for $1,000. Wink wink. The spirits and aliens look unsettling in a different way than in the manga. Still creepy, but the added movement and voices make them feel leagues more dangerous. The Serpo, while certainly unsettling in the manga, feel both more and less human at the same time. The way they move, their synthetic voice, they fall into the uncanny valley in a way that feels off but doesn't take you out of it. It makes their more intense scenes that much more worrying. And I'm not even going to talk about that one scene. But the way the curse moves and Okarun's almost seizure-like flailing really sells Okarun's struggle and does the work to show he's in agony. This is some Exorcist level shit. The Turbo Granny feels way more intimidating here than she ever did before. Through small changes, like the tunnel stretching as Okarun tries to run instead of him being able to get to his bike first, she feels almost like a force of nature. Something that should not exist, but it does, and we're all gonna suffer because of it. The anime perfectly captures the unique brand of creepy weirdness that each force had, and made it even better. Science Saru is probably the only studio that would be able to capture all of Dandadan's unique charm, and make the most of it. Good job, guys. I'll add you to my shrine of the series. So far, this feels like the gold standard of an adaptation, and I can't wait to see if they can keep this up. There are few series that are able to make me feel this way, and I'm so glad I was able to experience this. I know this is going to sound ridiculous and stupid, but sometimes I get into this funk where I feel generally bored and apathetic towards everything. Manga doesn't hit the same, food feels like a chore more than a privilege, and I just kind of go through the motions every day. But when I watch this, sitting in the dark, alone on my couch, my favorite cookie in one hand and my favorite drink in the other, watching the first episode of a series I've been looking forward to for years, and having it be everything I hoped it would be. It's moments like that where I'm glad I can still feel that. That childish excitement and pure joy is what makes anime so special to me. And I'm glad I was able to feel it here. Now enough of that sentimental crap. I don't want to get bullied by the internet. I'm sorry if my video comes out a bit later than all the other Dandadan videos that are no doubt going to be coming out. But I've just moved and things are pretty hectic right now. But I'll try to keep making good quality videos and talk about the many series I love. Please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to cover each episode weekly. I'd love the challenge of making a new video every week. I'm Merlin with a Y, and thanks for listening to this old man ramble.